Sure.
I'm just going to go through. I'm just going to go down these, see which ones I commit. Thou shalt have no other god. I don't have any god, so I haven't broken that one. 2, graven images. No, I don't have any graven. I don't accept there's a god. 3, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord. Again, I don't take his name in vain because I don't believe he exists, so I'm fine there. Remember the Sabbath. I always remember Sunday. I know I've got a calendar and everything, so I haven't done that one. Honour thy father. Yeah, I do that. I've never committed adultery. Don't do that.
Ever killed anyone?
No, never killed anyone. Don't steal. I don't lie, and I don't covet. So I am an amazing Christian.
Pretty clean. Yeah, you're a pretty clean living guy.
Wow. There you go.
Well, whereas I don't know, Carl, have you ever? What's your view?
I still open like post. That isn't for me.
Let's see that's on there. That's opening other people's post. Alert level low. Punishment. Embarrassment. You have to walk along with your trousers around your ankle, saying I'm a div.
Why do you open other people's mail?
But it's just a fella called Bruce who he's the bloke who used to own the flat before me, and I don't know. I started off and I thought, oh, should I pass it on? You know, because when people move, it's a lot of messing about tracking down where they've gone. So I thought, should I just leave them for a bit? And I collected some for a bit, and then there was one that sort of said, "This is important" on the front of it. So I thought, how important is it? So I opened it.
What was it? Was it important?
Not really. It was from a tattooist.
What did they say?
It was just something
They
about.
said, "Oh, we used the AIDS needle on you. Can you come in for a little test?"
So I just started. I just kind of thought, oh, I'll start opening it, having a look, and it was weird because, do you know like how you get fed up of being yourself?
No, but go on.
Well,
I'm intrigued.
Of course.
No, you can just have days where you're like,
I wish I was Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Well, you know, and
Bruce Willis in your case.
This bloke was Bruce. So I just go, oh, let's see what, you know, if I was Bruce, would I be happier being him? Do you know, like how I've said to you before, you never know if you don't feel well because they can't put you in someone else's body to sort of compare.
No, most people can just use their imagination.
Yeah, sure.
So I sort of think...
They don't actually need to physically go into someone else's body to understand that.
Yeah, like Ghost. Yeah, exactly.
So I think, well, would I enjoy being Bruce more?
Sure.
And what have you gleaned from Bruce? He's got a tattoo, we know that.
There wasn't that much. It was mainly busy at Christmas. A lot of Christmas cards, which were good because I didn't get that many.
So you put up his Christmas. You put up his Christmas cards.
You had Christmas cards hanging in your flat to have a lovely Christmas, Bruce. Auntie Jean. That's crazy.
Well, hang on a minute, because when you put them on your mantelpiece or your shelf or whatever, you're not looking at them every day. It's just a picture of Father Christmas. It doesn't matter who it's to or from.
But why have them up at all?
Well, why not just buy some
make
blank?
It a bit Christmassy.
You can just buy some blank cards and put them up.
Use them every year.
No, I don't have to. Bruce has got a lot of friends. It was more awkward, right? Because the bloke downstairs, because I used to always collect the stuff for Bruce, I got talking to a bloke who's in the same block, and like he used to see me picking stuff up for Bruce. He'd always say, all right, Bruce.
No!
You've never told him that you're not Bruce?
Well, no point.
In the pub I used to drink in, the landlord got it into his head that I was Steve, right? And
you don't mean me?
No. Exactly,
Steve.
yeah, no, this is before I met you, this was like 25 years ago. And he called me Steve. And it got to the point I couldn't correct him.
Yeah.
Because it would have been embarrassing for him. And so after about 2 years, we were playing cards, and someone said, Ricky, and he went, who's Ricky? And I went, Ricky, and I just went red. He went, what do you mean, Ricky? I went, yeah, that's my name. He went, he said, what do you mean, fucking Ricky? I went, Ricky, and I looked at him, what do you mean? Steve. I went, no, it's not Steve. He said, well, I've been calling you Steve for 2 years. I went, have you? Like denying I'd ever heard him call me Steve. Oh, this guy, right, he,
But hang on, did he, what happened? What was the fallout from it?
He's just sort of like, he was a bit confused, and then, I think he still called me Steve for a little while, but sometimes it was Ricky, sometimes it was Steve, it was fine, right? But, this guy, right, he was a bank robber. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, he'd done 17 years in all.
In prison?
In prison, yeah. And I was a bit scared of him. I'm fascinated. He was fine. He was done now. He'd gone straight, totally straight, and he was running this pub. And I remember once, he'd tell me stories about it, and he'd go on about his, he did it with 4 people, and, they all did time, and he said, but you wouldn't recognise them now, he said, they are the most respectable people you'd ever seen. He said, yeah, they're just, lovely businessmen, height of sophistication now. Said, you'd never guess. Right? And then, one day, he came over to me, it was a busy pub, he went, Rick, Steve, he said, you know those geezers I did the crime with? The other 3? He went, yeah, he said, they are in the pub here now, see if you can guess who they are. I said, you'll never guess who they are. I looked around, I saw 3 blokes in sheepskin coats with tinted hair, covered in gold sovereigns and gold necklaces, and I went, no, who? He went, those 3. I went, you are joking. You are fucking joking. That was his idea of total sophistication. They had tinted beards, but they looked like fat Bee Gees covered in gold and sheepskin. It was unbelievable. I went, oh, that is a surprise. That is a surprise. I thought they were barristers. Oh, unbelievable.
I was always terrified of being mugged when I first moved to London. And you remember, Rick, I had a wallet with all my stuff in, and then I took to carrying a fake wallet.
That's lovely.
Okay, which I had some sort of old library cards and DVD cards, you know, video shop cards and stuff. And like I put a £5 in there, you know. And then I got really anxious because I thought, what if I hand over my fake wallet, and he goes, well, it's a fake wallet. Okay, then I got to hand over the real wallet, but maybe he also punishes me, you know, takes it out on me because he's angry. So then I took to carrying a second fake wallet. So I spent about 2 months carrying 3 wallets around, 2 of which were fake, right? And then, do you know the reason I stopped? Because I thought, what if I give him both fake wallets, I give him one fake wallet, he opens it, he goes, well, this is a fake wallet. I give him the second fake wallet. Now he's going to be twice as angry as he would have been if he only had the one fake wallet. And then I was thinking, what if I do give him the fake wallet, and then he just starts using the library cards and the video cards, you know, and he could run up a huge fine.
Yeah.
I'd be in the same position I would have been if I gave him the money.
Yeah, I don't believe you'd ever put a £5 in the fake wallet. You wouldn't be willing to. Yeah. I had a run-in with crime. I was, ripped off.
Really?
In a big sting operation a few years ago. I was at home and I was rushing out, and the phone went, and it was my bank.
Yeah.
And I went, is that Mr. Gervais? I went, yeah. He went, have you recently bought £200,000 worth of gold bullion? And I went, Jane, have we bought £200,000 worth of gold bullion? No, of course not. I went, no. Well, someone's taken that money out of your bank account, fortunately, and they've purchased gold. And I went, right, okay. They went, we'd like your permission to get the CID involved. I went, well, yeah. I said, of course. I said, but hold on, you know it wasn't me then. So do I get the money back? And they went, yeah, all the money will be put back into your bank account. I went, fine. I said, yeah. I basically went, yeah, fill your boots. And they went, and can you come down? I went, oh yeah. So I arranged the time. I went down to the bank. There was the CID there waiting. And, well, it turned out it was sort of an inside job. Someone who did some sort of random checking of facts, you know, they phone you up and say you're happy with the service. They put down the phone and went, oh, you never guess who I spoke to, that Ricky Gervais.
Right.
And someone overheard, they were involved, they'd got a payoff from Mr. Big somewhere that was out of the country. And,
but so isn't there more, I mean, you can't just, even if you work in a bank, you can't just walk off with cash, can you? There must have been a more elaborate...
Yeah, they did a transaction, didn't they? They okayed the transaction like it was me for these people, and then these people bought gold with it, and now all they have to do is go and collect the gold. Now this is the tricky bit. So, what they don't know is, now the bank know that it's not me collecting it. Right. So whoever turns up for the gold, they said they'll probably just be, they might even be innocent couriers.
Yes.
But then we get, you know, the go-betweens or whatever.
And where is gold bullion kept?
I don't know.
It's just...
I suppose you go and get it from a vault somewhere, right. And take it away and take delivery of it. I don't know if it literally changes hands or not. So what they need is obviously my passport. So they got the people. So it was going to go to court. Okay, I didn't have to go to court, but I had to have a meeting with the CID for all the details and take the, you know, that it wasn't me and all that.
Yeah. So
the funny thing was, I'm there with the CID man. And I said, well, how did they think they were going to get away with it? And they said, well, they turn up with a fake passport of yours, show the ID, and I walk away. I went, right, okay. And they said they get a a passport from either a dead man, or they steal one, and they replace it with your details and your picture. And the CID man started smirking. Right? I went, what? He said, well, the picture they used was this one, and he showed me this fake passport, and I tell you what, I was laughing. Then he started chuckling, and we laughed for about 10 minutes, because all they did was they cut out the picture on the first series of The Office from the DVD. So it's a picture of David Brent sitting behind the desk with that little smug look on his face. That's my passport and this thing. So, I mean, they might have got caught anyway.
Yeah, it's nice to know that even such, you know, elaborate operations as this, it still comes down to just idiocy, criminal incompetence.
Who was left in charge of getting a photo?
Yeah.
Where they go, you know, Dave, you're doing so and so and so. You're Julie. You're on the inside. Dave, Bertie, can you get a picture? Yes. You can get a photograph of Ricky Gervais, can you? Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. What are you going to HMV for? What are you going to HMV for?
I knew we shouldn't have recruited someone who looks exactly like Bernard Bresslaw. It's unnerved me.
Clowns are anti-comedy. They suck comedy out of the room. It's not.
You're right, and this is from a man who wanted to dress as Hitler at the Golden Globes.
No, that's
He knows funny costumes when he thinks. But you were saying about the guys who bother you in the street. Did I tell you that when I pretended to be foreign to try and get out of that? Did I tell you that story?
Amazing.
Because a technique I used to develop at university was whenever people bothered me in the street, I would pretend to be sort of generic foreign. I can't really do a foreign accent, but I would just be like if someone asked for directions, I was always worried about giving them the wrong directions, so I would just, sorry, I don't really, how you say, you know, it's just kind of vague foreign.
Brilliant.
And I've periodically used this method throughout my life. And not so long ago, a guy stopped me with one of those charity tunics, and I sprang into my old trick. I was like, sorry, I don't,
an elderly Russian woman.
I don't know what voice that is. I don't know what accent
it went from vaguely French to sort of Eastern European beggar.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. And the guy, and I was sort of, I don't, he said, well, just let me explain to you about it. Sorry, I'm not from, and the guy...
This world.
Yeah.
I am from planet Snorg.
And the guy said, are you Stephen Merchant?
No.
Swear to
Sorry.
God.
Not when you were famous.
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because it hadn't occurred to me. It was like a lapse of concentration.
God.
It was a lapse of concentration because,
And did your bow tie spin round and you squirted in the water and ran away? That's what I'd have done.
because, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you don't always remember that you've been on the It's not like I instantly remembered that.
Amazing.
So he says, are you Stephen Merchant? And then you're in this position where you've got to go, either you've got to admit what you did, or you've got to carry on the lie. And I chose the second one. So I was kind of like, I don't know who that is. What? I don't know what you're... And he was like,
oh God,
really? You look a lot like him. I was going, I've never heard, I don't...
In fact, you are Stephen Merchant. Freeze.
I'm always getting stopped for I mean, there's so many charities now. Anything. I think that's the other problem, actually, that there's so many now. Years ago, a problem wouldn't have been a problem, whereas today it's someone's got this problem, someone's got OCD, and we're collecting for that.
Right.
It's not just starving people anymore; it's everything.
Yeah.
One little fault, they're out there with a clipboard.
Yeah, a lot of new diseases have cropped
Definitely.
up, particularly for these sort of rich and famous diseases that really third
around.
world people do not suffer from.
So I was in W.H. Smith's probably buying a Valentine's card.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. You see, so I do a bit, and
Is this the cheapest one you've got, love?
and I bought
Yeah.
I bought a big bar of like Galaxy.
Oh, cheaper than a box of chocolates, but yeah, still nice.
For me, that because they had an offer on, right?
Oh,
this is what I'm saying.
Okay, she's getting a card, isn't
This
she?
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I felt awkward because she could see that. Oh, he must have some money.
What, a big bar of
Because you
Galaxy
could
in
afford some chocolate.
Well, it was like an impulse buy thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's thinking he's got money to burn.
Yeah.
So at first I didn't know who she
There's a guy
was.
over here buying a big bar of Galaxy and a small card. Yeah, follow him.
So she's there. I'm thinking she just works in W.H. Smith's.
Yeah.
Morning, sir. All right, how's it going? Oh,
Right.
have you got a minute? So I'm thinking, oh, is it W.H. Smith saying, you know, how often do you buy the Galaxy? Because they always do sort of surveys and stuff. So she said, oh, you like chocolate? I went, yeah. She said, yeah, I'll have a chocolate. Right?
Oh.
Little chocolate.
Yeah.
I ate it.
Yeah,
Then
of
she
course you
goes, right, are you aware of the problems in the world? So I'm thinking, oh, what's this? You see, they've been clever there.
Yes.
I can't say no and walk off without a bit of chocolate.
Sure.
Right.
So
Why don't you freeze? Just freeze.
We're closing up now. We're closing the shop.
So I said, oh, yeah, there's loads of problems. I'm sick of it. So she says,
No, not yours, sir. There
So-
are some people who are starving.
yeah, and I explained to her, I said, listen, I said, I've got loads of these charities every month. I said,
Right.
my bank account is literally, because I don't use my current bank account that much. So
Right.
you look at it with a statement, it's like, Tools for Africa,
Right.
Help the Aged, Deaf Kids, there's another one.
.com, deafkids.com.
There's loads.
It's Tools for Africa when they send people like Carl over to help out.
Yeah, that is Comic Relief. Tools for Africa is another name for Comic Relief if you watch it.
So anyway, I said, I do all this. She's going, oh, that's very good of you, but, you know, we need your money as well. So she's saying, but just as much as you can afford, you know, every little helps and everything. I've been here all day. Look, as you can see, I haven't had much luck. It's not that busy in the shop, blah, blah. Oh, all right then, right? So I give her the details. She looks at the amount. She goes, right, now the options are, you can tick the £5 box, the £10 box, the £20 box, the £50 box. This is a monthly payment.
Right.
She said, well, I'll put you down for a tenner. Forget the fiver. She just leapfrogged that straight away.
Yeah.
And you can't go back, can you? Because then you feel bad.
Sure.
To sort of go, well, you've got a £5 one there. Tick that one.
Yeah.
She can see I've got the chocolate, sort of wasting my money on things that aren't necessary when there's people dying around the world.
Yeah.
I said, right, yeah, tenner, fine. And, you know, I filled it all out. I left the shop.
Yeah.
Spent more on that than I did on the card and the chocolate.
Right. So you spent under £10 then, basically.
So I get home and everything, forget about it. I keep seeing these statements going out. It looks like Gandhi's bank account, the amount of stuff I'm giving away for charities.
Sure.
I forget about it though, forget it. I'm doing my bit for charity. I should feel good about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, something kicks off in the world.
Right.
Ring, 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 ring. Oh. Hello? Is that Mr. Pilkington? Straight away I'm thinking, oh, who's this? This isn't good.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, it's so-and-so charity.
Right.
Are you aware of the problems in the world? I said, yes, I am. There's lots of them. Yeah, but have you heard about the latest one? I said, yeah. She went, well, I'm just calling up to say thanks for the donation that you give us every month, but it's not enough. So I said, yeah, well, I think I give enough. I said, you're not the only ones here. I said, I've got 5 charities on the go here.
Yeah.
I said, you know, I'll give you what I can afford. She's going, yeah, but let me just tell you about the problems. There's so many people missing here. This is bad. These are dying. Da, da, da. I'm going, I know. I was told all this when I signed up, and I agreed to that amount.
Yeah.
The £10 that I said I'm happy to give you, that's what I can afford. Call some other people up who aren't giving you a tenner.
Yeah.
She goes, no, but we haven't got their numbers, you know, and we understand that you're a supporter of our charity, and, you know, just a little bit more will help. I said, listen, I can't. I've given you that amount. If you want, if it's not enough, let's stop the direct debit now.
Right.
I said, if it's not helping you, let's can it, and
Yeah.
I'll give it to deafkids.com. I said, because they're not calling up mithering.
No.
Well, they
That's a
can.
good thing with them. So she said, no, I don't want to do that. I said, well, that's it then. And she wouldn't let it go. And in the end, she got an extra £1.50 off me.
Right.
But that shouldn't be allowed. I think they should have, like, 1 year where they go, this year, you know, hungry people.
Right.
Next year, people with a limp. Or just like they do with the China thing, with the year of the cat, year of the rabbit. It's very clear.
Yeah.
It's that year. That's who we're helping this year.
Right.
If you've got that problem, it's your year. You're going to have a good one.
And who decides?
Just have some meeting. Just have a meeting with
But who gets together in the meeting?
the,
What would be the first
charity.
year? So what would be the first year? This year?
Right, well, we'd look at it and we'd go, right, what are we hearing a lot of problems about? And someone goes, so-and-so's hungry. Go, right, are we all in? Are we in to give this lot food? And we're not just going to give
So
them
it's
food.
not everyone who's hungry, it's specific people. So it's like hungry.
Starving, people who are starving. If someone goes, oh, I've got, I don't know, what's another problem?
Adenoids.
Me kid's deaf. Well, maybe next year. Maybe next year. It's not your turn this time. We can't help everyone at once. Because that's
Right.
life, isn't it? You've got to give and take in your own life. There's things that
Right.
I want. I can't have do without, have something else
But
that's
there's
more
so many
important.
causes that
But
it
that's
could
what I'm
wait
saying,
20 years
Steve.
before your
Okay.
charity
I know,
comes
but
around.
what can you do then? Because we're not sorting it all out anyway,
I'm paraplegic.
right?
Oh, I need help really bad. I'm paraplegic.
But so does everyone else.
Well, why are you giving it to the hungry now?
Because if we don't help the hungry now,
Right,
they can't wait. You can wait.
right. Oh, God, I'm blind.
Is this a different person now?
Yeah, I'm blind.
Right, well, you're not hungry though, are you?
Well, a bit peckish.
Yeah, well,
Where's the fridge? I can't find the fridge. Can you help me to the fridge?
Yeah.
Otherwise I'll be hungry as well. I'm blind and hungry. I'm blind and hungry because I don't know where the fridge is.
who's let you in?
But Carl, this is just it's
Just
a
some
chaotic
order.
idea. It's
It's
a chaotic because people who are hungry, there's always going to be people who are hungry.
Yeah, but then...
You're not going to just because there's always going to be new people.
Yeah.
But I sort the problem out.
They've eaten all the food. It doesn't last forever, the food,
but
Carl.
I sort it out properly.
How do you sort it out?
Because I'll go, right, not only are we just giving you food,
Right.
we're giving you some seeds. We're giving you a pan.
What,
We're
you
giving
think they haven't
Let
thought
me
of
hear
that?
the theory, please.
Right,
Sort it out. Don't just give food. That's going to run out.
right.
Give them a proper... You see, the problem is, there's companies who jump on the back of all... Do you know when I was in the
Okay.
jungle? When
Right,
I was
yeah.
in the jungle,
Yeah.
right? On that travel thing.
Yeah.
I was in that tribe, right? Now, some company had given that tribe a laptop because it makes them look good. They can send out a press release. Well done to so-and-so computers.
Right.
They supplied the tribe in, you know, out at Amazon with a computer. I saw it. They were using it as a breadboard because they don't know what it is. They've got no electric. It's useless to them.
Right.
And that's what charity does.
Right.
Companies use it to make them look good. When I was there and I really needed to go to the toilet, I was thinking, tribe, I wonder what their toilet facilities are like, right? Thinking it might be better than just doing it in a hole. Surely they've built a toilet. They're not stupid people. They kill animals. They know what they're doing. They know how to cook. Surely they've built some sort of unit. Turns out they don't. They still do it in a hole. But some company had been there, some plumbing firm, and given them a toilet, right? The bloke who, you know, the producer who was out there, he said, "Oh, you'll be happy. There's a toilet round the back there." I'm thinking, "Oh, brilliant." I go round there. It is a toilet, but it's not plumbed in.
Sure.
So it's just a vase with shit in it. It doesn't work, and this is what we need to do. We need to get out there and say, this is how it works. Educate them.
Okay, so let's do this then. So let's just do the seeds. You're not giving me a... so I'm a starving African. Hello, Carl. Have you got any food? Got any food? Got any sandwiches?
Well, I
starving.
have, but if I give you my sandwich,
yeah.
there's someone else behind you, and they'll
Okay.
all come out.
So what are you going to do then? What are you going to do?
I'm going to help you.
How? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna make you think about how to make food.
Oh, okay, right.
Have you ever grown anything before?
No.
Right, well, here's some seeds for potatoes.
Brilliant. Oh, thanks, Carl. See you later. Do I just put them in the ground, yeah?
Put them in the ground and water them.
Oh, there's no water, you dopey cunt.
There is some
No,
water.
there's no water, you dopey cunt. That's why we're starving, you dopey cunt.
Right, well, at that point, that's where I go, well, this is a lost cause here.
Right.
There's no point.
Can I have your
So
sandwich
then-
after all?
No,
or
you're
what?
not having it. You're
Right,
not having it
so
now.
not only can I have a sandwich, you give me seeds with no water, you useless, bald-headed fucking twonk.
I think I'd quite like to meet some proper Aborigines. It amazes me the way that these people still live like cavemen did years ago. They waste nothing. They have a use for everything. I saw some pictures in the paper about some tribe somewhere who chucked their spears at a helicopter that tried to land close to them. If the tribe got annoyed with you, they would let you know that they were annoyed by shaking their knob at you.
That's what they do.
Oh, God.
See, that's like a proper guide thing. Just in case you ever meet one, they start doing that.
Carl just ends that chapter by saying, I don't know what the women do if they get annoyed.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Within this new Carl book, of course, there are extracts from his famous diary. This is... You've actually been to Madeira, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a bit more of a factually accurate, informative chapter on Madeira. September 30th. Going away with Suzanne's mum and dad. We're meeting them at Madeira Airport as they're flying in from Manchester. The plane was full and I had a headache. There was a baby sat behind us that was crying its eyes out for the whole flight. The mother of it said it was upset because its ears were hurting. So were mine.
Oh, God.
We had to get 2 cabs to the villa because they couldn't fit 5 of us into one. It cost €85 each. That's just whinging. That's not anything.
That's deer, though, isn't it? It's a deer way.
But that's not a good, because they don't know how far that
Yeah.
was. They don't know whether that's rip-off or how, you know...
It's just letting you know that.
What? You don't know what the distance was. If it was a
Taxis a
mile,
day.
it's a rip-off. If it was 25 miles, it's a bargain.
And you know you can't get 5 of you in one cab. It's all little things that might help you on a journey.
Yeah.
Suzanne's dad said he liked the free biscuits that were in the cupboard. We went to try and find...
Sorry, this isn't useful as a guidebook at all. That is absolutely I know. They go, as a guidebook, so I'm like, oh, Suzanne's dad liked the free biscuits in the cupboard. And most people complaining, you know, and they're going to be like, there's no free biscuits in this cupboard.
We went to try and find a supermarket. Suzanne's man was having a go at her dad because he didn't have a shirt on. She said he looks a mess and is embarrassed to be seen with him. It's their Ruby anniversary tomorrow.
That's why we went away.
Oh, yeah.
I bought a fan to put in our room to drown out the sound of the mopeds. I've heard Wayne Rooney does the same thing with a vacuum cleaner. What? To drown out the sound of vacuum cleaners, or he puts a vacuum cleaner in his room to drown out the sound of the mopeds?
If you've just got a noise that's constant, it makes you nod off. And it drowns out every other background noise. So all you've got is, like, if it's a vac, it's just... And if that's constant for, like, all night, you just nod
People
off.
next door going, they've got their vacuum cleaner on again. Put on the JCB. People next door going, they've got the JCB on. Get the... Poke the chickens.
That's how nuclear wars start.
Yeah.
It works.
Doesn't work.
We watched...
Earplugs. Drown out everything.
I've tried them. I didn't like it, did I?
Why not?
Because I could hear my heartbeat.
Oh, you're such a strange little creature. Oh.
We watched Jerry Maguire in Spanish. Suzanne wanted to go to bed, but I just said I wanted to hear the "show me the money" line in Spanish to see if it's as catchy. It wasn't. October 3rd.
Sorry, it's Portuguese or Spanish?
I don't know what they're speaking in this country.
Madeira.
So it's Spanish and Portuguese, is it?
It's Portuguese, isn't it?
I think there's a mix. I think you get people going on
Portuguese,
holiday.
I think.
Yeah, but you get Spanish people going there.
Oh, okay.
So they sometimes show television programmes for possible Spanish holiday makers. Is that what you're saying? Or have you just got this factually inaccurate because it's a load of old toss?
Oh, God. Amazing. Oh.
October 3rd. Didn't do much this morning. Just think about this. Just think about this.
Why would you put it in?
As a holiday. Just think about this next line.
Judith Chalmers. What happened? Not a lot.
Think about this, Rick, as a description of a holiday.
Right, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
As Carl said, he loves to go travelling. It broadens the mind and
Yeah.
everything. This is what he did. He's there with his family. He's in Madeira. Didn't do much this morning. Just sat by the pool, saving insects that flew into it.
I'm gonna die like fucking Noah. That's amazing. Nothing good.
How were you saving them? Did you wait for them to hit the water, then fish them out, or you grab them in the air?
Just see the legs going.
Oh, God.
Stuck my finger on the top. They grabbed on, lifted it off.
And what, when some sort of insect lifeguard, you'd see someone landing, they'd go, right, that's me, dun, 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 and you'd go in there.
But it's hard to turn a sort of a blind eye to stuff like that, because you know that's something, you know, you're witnessing death. And if you can save something, you do, don't you? You do your bit. And at night, I'd sort of think, have they learnt the lesson, or will they be back, and will they be dead in here tomorrow? But if they can get an extra day, I've done my bit. I can't do more than that. I'm on holiday, do your bit. I'm lucky enough to see the world, do your bit.
I love it.
I did my bit.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact that he was running around saving flies and things.
Is there something? There's something so sort of.
Meanwhile, an old lady drowned
Yeah.
while he was saving a beetle.
There's something so kind of, I don't know, desperately existential about your diary. That's what's so
Yeah,
extraordinary about
yeah.
it. As he says, I just sat by the pool saving insects that flew into it. It was full of death. It's just so.
God!
It's so depressing.
Alright.
We walked round the shops. Suzanne's dad bought 2 packets of the biscuits he'd like to take back home with him. Suzanne's man bought a tin of corned beef. It was a bit of a boring day today.
Jesus.
There was a dead bird out the back.
Oh, no. Where were you, Carl?
Suzanne's dad said it looked like it had flown into a wall and killed itself.
No, I think it caught a few insects, but they were covered in chlorine, so it poisoned it.
Loads of ants were eating it.
Oh, God.
I dug a hole under a tree and buried it. That ants were still all hanging around the scene of the death, ages after the burial. Suzanne's dad said I should have left the bird for the ants to eat because I was messing up the food chain. I felt bad, so I gave the ants some breadcrumbs.
This is weird.
This is just so
This is
dark.
really weird.
It's good bread out there, though, isn't it? I should have put that.
We have to eat all the food we've got because we're going home tomorrow. Suzanne's mam cut her finger opening the corned beef tin and fainted.
Sorry, this is really weird. Why do you have to eat all the food?
Isn't this like what's that film, the Amityville Horror, where there's like a haunted house and there's dead insects and ghostly children walking through the corridors, old people fainting, insects. I'm just saving the insects, mother.
But you always eat all the food that's in the fridge before you go home, don't you? It's all there to be eaten. She bought some pikelets, which I've never had them. They like squash crumpets.
Right, okay, start again. Start the whole thing again. She bought some what?
Some pikelets.
Pikelets?
Yeah. And I didn't like them because they're not as fat as crumpets.
Oh, God! I just like a different
Didn't
language!
eat them, and it was a big upheaval because, like, I was going home and her dad kept trying to sneak them into our bags. Because he's like, they were for you, you take them, we don't
Smuggling.
want your stuff in our house. Because he gets a bit funny about stuff being left over. There's bins that you can't put certain stuff in. There's a bin in the lounge and I put a tangerine peel in it. He goes, that sort of stuff does not go in that bin. So it's rubbish, yeah, but it's not the right sort of rubbish.
Someone will camp next to it.
We want to get a better class of camper. Oh. That's the book. It's called Happy Slapped by a Jellyfish
Yeah, that's from one of the chapters in it.
by Karl Pilkington. Get that soon.
Particularly if you're thinking of visiting Madeira or Australia.
Well, that's about it. Thanks for listening to this. If you enjoyed this and you haven't heard the others, we've got the whole all 3 series on iTunes. You can go and download those.
The Ricky Gervais Show, is that what it's called?
It's called The Ricky Gervais Show. Yeah. Carl's also made a programme for me, Steve, on my Fame DVD, out in November. It's called Fame. So I thought of a little title, Fame, I'm Gonna Live Forever. Remember that guy we met who's gonna live forever?
Oh, yeah.
Called Howard?
Yeah.
That was a meeting of mine, and it's Carl meeting Howard, and it's
Got on with him.
it's really good, isn't it? It's really good, and he really gets on with him, and we're probably gonna do a new series of the podcast maybe next year. What do you think, Carl? If you're not too busy making this film with Clive Warren,
We'll see how it goes.
Go-
Don't plan anything.
yeah, just check out rickygervais.com. I am Ricky Gervais. With me, Stephen Merchant.
Goodbye.
And Carl.
Right.